Welcome to Venusian Soul Tarot. Today I'm back with a timeless pick a card reading, and it's going to be a message from your higher self. So I want you to cast your gaze over the cards and ask your higher self which card has a message for you. We have group number 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi group 1. So I'm hearing for this group, you've cut off the people, places and things that are draining or were draining your life force. So there's a sense here that you've maybe gone through some endings with this death card, or there've been some closures in your life, and it's enabling harmony to thrive. But I feel like things are going to be flowing to you, because your higher self is showing me there's almost like things or people that were causing blockages in your energy field or in your life. And now that it's gone, it's like things are really starting to, I want to say, look bright for you, or there's going to be a turnaround in different aspects or areas of your life where things really start to take a turn for the better because of this shift. And it could be as well, when I say causing blockages, it's more so the energy of perhaps there were people or situations in your life that were of a lower vibration. So they could have been draining your energy or dropping your personal vibration, which was then affecting how things came to you or how you could receive. And it's something now where it's like there's been this cleansing or this clearing, and that which is truly meant for you can come in. And with the 9 of Pentacles and 6 of Wands, for some of you, this is like career success, definitely greater abundance and financial flow, also more success in general. I just see you feeling very victorious, but it's going to feel like you're doing less, or you're not expending the same amount of effort that it would have taken previously to achieve this level of success, or even this level of finances, right? This financial status. With 5 of Cups and 6 of Swords as well, you may have moved away from people that kind of, I want to say naysayers, or those who were somewhat negative about you, about your journey, about your path. It's like letting go of things that drain you. Yeah, for this group, I feel like you may have closed a lot of doors, or you've just been through this huge shedding, because I'm seeing someone as well that this could be on a physical and tangible level also, because I'm seeing someone decluttering or like clearing out a room from old possessions, things they no longer use, just really stripping back and simplifying and getting back to the core of what matters, what you need and want in your life. I also feel this Queen of Swords and this Almoria card, there's this strong energy of leadership, but I'm getting very strongly as well for this group, it starts with you, right? Being the leader of your own life, being in your own power. But with this 9 of Pentacles here as well, there is this sense that some of you could be in a leadership position, or you could be really stepping into leadership when it comes to career and certain aspects of your life also. I just get this feeling that things are really moving ahead. I think I keep hearing the word flourishing. You're going to flourish, but again, it's not in one area. You're going to flourish internally in regards to your connection with self and how you feel. And I think that's going to spill over into the physical world. With Death and 7 of Wands, and I just heard you can let your defenses go now, because you have the 7 of Wands here sitting above the Queen of Swords. So there's a sense that you may have had to be on guard, or you were in environments that were, again, I keep hearing the phrase specifically toxic or negative for you, right? And it's like when you end these situations with Death and the 8 of Cups and walk away or set very firm boundaries, that energy is no longer affecting your energetic flow. And with that 5 of Cups, I just heard an end of disappointment as well. You're moving away from things that didn't work. And it's like, because you closed the door on what wasn't working for you, now you can open the door on all the things, the people, the situations that are truly aligned for you and are going to bring in success and victory. They're going to have a very different outcome. I do feel there is a theme here of you stepping into your power with the Queen of Swords and this card, of maybe even asserting yourself or being very clear in terms of what you want for yourself and from life. I just heard you're not hiding. So if there was any aspect of yourself or even playing small, right? If there was any aspect of yourself that was either hidden or that you felt people wouldn't understand or appreciate, I feel like you're bringing it to the surface now. You're not afraid to show it. You're not afraid to share your truth. I just said you're not backing down. And this could also be in regards to a dream or a vision that you have for yourself. With Nine of Pentacles and Six of Wands as well, and I keep mentioning, independence, taking the lead. Some of you could be born entrepreneurs, or you really suit be a leadership position, whether that could be like a CEO, that could be a company you start, a project you're embarking upon. I just feel like you're very good at taking the reins and taking the lead. Okay, the first oracle here, we have flow, release control, divine will, oceanic consciousness above death. Yeah, it's like an ending that's creating greater flow for you in all areas of your life. But with surrender, I'm getting this phrase, surrender with this divine will. So it's like you've let go, you surrendered to the divine, to spirit, and what's for your highest good. And it could have been as well that spirit was really giving you some signs or cues around what wasn't working for you, or what would need to be released for you to move into the next cycle, the next chapter and phase. And I feel like as you've listened and you've taken action in that direction, things are really starting to flow for you. I also feel with divine will, there's a level of enlightenment you've attained, or there's a level of consciousness you've attained that may be kind of aiding you in this process of, or this free-flowing energy, because it's like you're moving with the universe, you're moving with the divine. I'm getting there's a lack of resistance. If in the past there was any kind of fear or hesitation around following your intuition, I'm not seeing that here. I feel like you're working in harmony or unison with your higher self. It's almost like the divine and your higher self has that central position in your life. You also have Dove of Peace. Stay in the heart, all is well, be at peace. Yeah. Very heart-centered energy as well. And this is what I'm getting. There may have been endings, but I'm not getting like a really harsh energy. I feel like it's happened in a very organic way, or it's been handled in a way that's very harmonious, right? And for some of you, what you've done is started to really protect your peace. You've moved away from things that disturb your peace, that pull you out of alignment. I also feel you're measuring people, circumstances, situations by how they make you feel, right? In the heart space, energetically. When I'm around this person, does my heart open or close? There's something here around your level of discernment has gone to the next level, right? There's been an upgrade. And because you're so clear in terms of what feels aligned for you, what doesn't, what direction you want to move in, it's enabling you to stay in this flow state. And what I'm hearing as well, you're moving into a time, I said earlier, like I feel there's a harmonious energy that's flowing into your life, or things are going to feel far more harmonious. And I'm getting that energy again, that you're going to have newfound levels of peace, newfound levels of joy. There's just an upgrade in how you're feeling. Okay, the other card you had was attachment. Accumulation, defensiveness, scarcity above Eight of Cups. If in the past you ever had difficulty letting go or walking away, and this could even be like letting go in terms of like possessions, or this can be, obviously we have coins here, so money, like any type of lack mentality that caused you to hold on to people, places, things, finances. It's almost like the way you are navigating these things has changed. There's almost a lack of attachment. And that's why I said I was getting a little bit of a spiritual awakening or a level of enlightenment that's actually changing your approach to these things. And because your approach to these things are changing, you're able to receive more. There's a really strong energy for this group of letting go. Like for some of you, I feel as though you've let go of a lot of things, right? Where you're kind of traveling light. And when I say let go of a lot of things, I'm not just talking again of material items. I mean, this could be like emotional patterns, wounds, memories, even like difficult connections. I feel like you've just shed kind of, not everything, but a lot. And that's what's creating this blank slate for you and bringing in change. Because you also had emotional freedom, vulnerability, flowing, rebalancing above the Queen of Swords. So for some of you, you let go of an attachment to someone or something that was binding, your emotions or affecting your emotional flow. But they keep showing me, and I did mention those having certain blocks in the past, but it's like now all your energy and emotions are flowing freely. You could have let go of something that you realized was binding you, right? Or attachments that were binding you. Especially when it comes to, you know, people or environments with that Queen of Swords. It's like being very clear in terms of who and what is for you and what isn't. And I just feel like you're not taking on other people's stuff and their energy or even their projections when it comes to your path. I also get this sense of newfound freedom, right? Because with this energy, you're able to go and move in the directions that truly feel aligned for you. And you also have community above the Five of Cups. Remember I said when you close, it's like closing the door on what isn't or who isn't for you so you can open the door on what is. I'm getting that again. It's like closing the door on connections or situations that aren't aligned. And now it's like you're meeting soul tribe or you're finding, for example, the right career path, the right opportunity that feels very much aligned. And with that butterfly, you've done the healing work, right? And that rainbow, it's like there's brighter times ahead. And I keep getting they're going to be far more harmonious and peaceful than where you've been previously. And you also have enlightenment. So again, spirit enlightenment above the Six of Swords makes me feel as though you've been able to perceive something or someone very clearly. It's like your discernment now, no one can pull the wool over your eyes. No one can convince you of how you feel or what's meant for you or right for you. It's like you know right off the bat what serves you, what doesn't, who and what you want to allow into your life, where you're going to go next. There's just no sense here of distortion or confusion. The other card you have here, we have Akasha. Strip back and simplify. Look to your origins of Nine of Pentacles. Again, I keep getting this theme of independence also. So some of you may be building something or taking a new path when it comes to career and finance. There could be a community element to what you're doing as well that helps you attract in new connections, new opportunities. But again, I keep getting this simplify. Like for some of you, you've let go of a lot. And this could literally be material items as well, or you've simplified your lifestyle, even friendship circle. You may have a smaller community or a smaller friendship circle of people that you really resonate with. And you have sink into silence, reflection, tranquility. Yeah, with the Dove of Peace and this sink into silence as well, and enlightenment. I feel like for some of you, you may have a really powerful spiritual practice. You may be very much into meditation, contemplation, mindfulness, and that's helping as well. You kind of be in this really peaceful, grounded energy. But it's like the less, you know how sometimes when we're in stillness or there's a lack of, where we're not highly reactive, things can flow, right? There's something here where it's like you're more in this observing, this energy of the observer or this seat of awareness rather than the emotional body. And it's as though you're witnessing this process without there being, you know, much reaction or without there being, how do I say it? It's like you're not attached to what's happening in the circumstances of your life. You're holding really steady and your center is very firm. For this group, you've really done a lot of work, I feel, around that root chakra and grounding your energy because your energy feels unshakable, rock solid. You have remain in the light. Today I observe, I take time to think calmly and wisely. I go forward with complete confidence, knowing I will succeed. No matter what happens today, I will remain in the light. I will maintain my faith and my equilibrium. In this way, I nurture my soul and become a strong and steady representative of the light. The words that stand out to me is I observe, we just mentioned that, and I go forward with complete confidence, knowing I will succeed. For many of you, you're on the path to success with that Nine of Pentacles and Six of Wands. Of course, that will look different for all of you depending on your own goals and intentions, but there's something about removing the things that rocked your foundation, the things, the people, the situations, so that you can be really steady within yourself. And again, for some of you, you may be doing a lot of meditation, but I feel like you are your higher self, or your connection with your higher self has become so strong that it's almost unified. Today, I bring my attention into the present moment where I become one with my inner light. As I make this conscious connection, I find myself centered in my heart and begin to glow with my own divinity. Union with my inner light provides me with a wise and stable base from which I can now live every day of my life. Yeah, it's like there's this newfound stability as well, because we have steady here and equilibrium and stability. There's this sense of, but again, it's stability that's coming from within your own being, within your soul. And I feel like perhaps for some of you, this simplification process, or really focusing on what matters and using your time on energy on the people and situations that matter, is freeing up your energy and maybe even your resources so that you can invest more energy in the things that are going to really pay off for you, or the connections that are the most abundant and fruitful. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 2. So for this group, I feel like there's a really strong emphasis here on healing, especially with this Rhodochrosite. I keep getting this energy of healing potentially the emotions, or just healing in general. But I was also hearing the phrase, time to get yourself out there. So it could be healing that then enables you to step into, for example, your talents, your gifts, your passions, or this is like leading up into something, like a new beginning. But I was getting this energy of, because I keep hearing the phrase as well, with initiation by fire, I keep hearing trial by fire, which is giving me energy of like the violet flame, or using fire to transmute certain negative energy, pattern, fears, limitations. There's something here around the fire element is just strong throughout your cards. Like you can see the flames here. We have the Page of Wands here, and then a volcano with this Queen of Wands. So there's a really intense, fiery energy in this reading that I think is going to overflow for many of you into your passions, really into yourself. I see you funneling this passion and energy into self, into your projects, gifts, your career. I just see you emerging from this initiation by fire with a newfound sense of self and confidence, and maybe even a new creative project, or it could be like an endeavor, a new career path. There's definitely new energy here that's wanting to emerge. But it's almost like you've got to come, it's like you're at the tail end of a healing process or healing journey. There's just a really intense energy with this. And again, it'll vary for all of you, but I just feel like for some of you, you may have been on a healing path for some time, or there's some energy that needed to be healed and cleared, especially within self, right? That affects how you see yourself or how you feel about self, especially confidence and fear. And it's like, as you go through this process, you're able to step into your fullest light, or your fullest potential and capacity. For some of you, I do feel like it involves transmuting certain fears you have, or you may have had in the past. And that's what's also like this natural organic process is happening. Because with the Wheel of Fortune, I'm hearing this healing turns that wheel, right? It sets you on a new path, or it puts you in a brand new energy. You may be feeling as well like very activated, or there may be a lot of activations that are happening within you. Like, because I'm feeling that Kundalini energy where it's like really intense or potent. So for some of you, not only is this a healing process, there's also an awakening component to this, where you may feel as though you're being lit up, or certain chakras you can feel very strongly. But I keep hearing it's in preparation for something that you're going to do or create. For some of you, it's in preparation for you to put yourself out there, or release, like for example, a particular talent you have, a project, a new career path. I also feel with this initiation by fire, there is a sense of renewed passion. If you did lose passion for something, because you also have here the Page of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, it's like that passion is coming back, or that spark, that desire, that dream is coming back to the surface. And it could be as well this healing process, or this initiation by fire, is transmuting certain subconscious fears or blocks that you may have had unknowingly. And it's almost like it's freeing up this energy, this Kundalini energy, or this creative life force energy, for you to then channel and kind of prioritize into, yes, yourself with the Ace of Cups, because I am getting a strong energy of self-love and self-care, but also your endeavors, your talents, your gifts. I feel like you're going to feel, I don't know if invincible is the right word, but that's what I'm getting, right? Like when you look at this depiction, like there's a really potent, powerful energy. And that's why I was saying this isn't like a gentle healing process or awakening process. There's a lot of fire here. Some of you could literally be fire signs, but I am getting all sun in sun, moon, rising, but I'm just getting this energy where you're going to feel so lit up, ignited. And if you went through a period in your life as well where things were kind of slow, or you weren't sure what's next, or you felt like lackluster, that's completely changing for you. Your higher self is saying like, it's almost like the energy of like a supernova or dynamite, right? Where it's like really potent and you have to be careful how you move with this energy. That's what I'm getting. You may have freed up energy in general where you just feel really, yes, ignited, but you have more reserves. If you've been feeling, for example, more fatigue or a little tired. And again, I'm not a medical professional, so if you feel unwell, seek, a doctor or medical advice. But I'm just getting there's going to be a change in how you move through the world, right? Where you are feeling really energized, really passionate, even a laser focus, like your focus and your determination is going to be so strong. But I do feel this is around work, but it's something you love. This isn't like, a day job. This is something that you're intently passionate about. But I keep hearing the healing process had to happen first in order for you to align with this energy or for you to embody this energy. So you have vision of unity. Focus on the light, right to see, releasing illusion, pineal activation. So again, you could be having an activation around the pineal gland, the third eye, crown. I also feel like the solar plexus and the sacral chakra could be really activated. The color orange may be really important for you right now as well. But I'm getting in general, it's like you're transmuting things, because I'm looking at this heart with these wings, and I just heard you're transmuting the things within you that make you feel like you can't fly or make you feel like you can't do something or attain something. You also had restore. Time out for you, nature, shamanic signs. So while you're going through this healing process, there may be a little bit more time needed for rest, going within, being in nature, while you ground this energy. Because again, I feel like, I don't know, this may be the most activated or passionate you felt in your life. That's what I'm getting. Like, it's almost like it's hard to find words for this level of energy, right? Or intensity. Yeah, like I feel like you're going to feel literally like lit up internally. Some of you have been through a Kundalini awakening, or there's something here around, an activation that's had a really potent effect on you. But right now, again, I keep hearing you may be integrating this energy, so there's a need to be gentle with yourself as you integrate it. Challenges, blocks, fears and negativity, betrayal above the Eight of Pentacles. So again, there could have been blocks, especially that come from fear. Fear, and I kept getting, with Queen of Wands, I kept saying, like, you may need to put yourself out there, or you may need to be seen. So there could have been fears or blocks or barriers around that process. And that's what Spirit is helping you move through. But again, I feel like you're letting go of a lot of energy. If there were blocks or barriers in the past, that's, you're letting go of that so you can move forward. It's like you're not taking these energies on, or you're not taking them with you into this new chapter. With challenges as well, you could have had a lot of challenges to get to this point, right? For some of you, this healing process, I mentioned earlier that you're at the tail end of a healing journey. So for some of you, this could have been quite an extensive journey, or it's like the way in which you heal now and transmute is much more rapid than it was previously. Say in the past there was a fear or there was an emotional wound. It may have taken quite some time to kind of delve into it, process it. Whereas now I feel like when things hit your energy field, they're transmuting almost instantly, right? Because of the fire and the intensity and the light that you're carrying, it's almost like they don't fully become absorbed, or you're not fully taking on that energy. You're not allowing it to kind of throw you out of alignment or throw you out of balance. And again, this isn't all a conscious process. Some of this is alchemical. And that's why this reading for you, it's a little hard to put into words, because it's almost like an energetic alchemical process as well that's happening. Okay, you also had awakening. Ancient knowledge, memories, connection. I do feel you're going through a really big awakening. as well. But yeah, it's like things that you couldn't access within yourself, right? Whether this be ancient knowledge, certain memories, these could be past life memories, gifts, things that I feel fear may have been the block, or there were certain fears here that made it difficult to access this consciousness. Now it's like it can bubble up to the surface, or now you're able to step into that energy, step into those passions. It's like your energetic field is transmuting anything that would hold you back. You also had voyage with this Wheel of Fortune. So again, for some of you, you've been on this long healing process or voyage. You've been doing the inner work, going within. You just return. It's like now you've come out integrated, right? There's a sense of being whole within. And with Rhodochrosite, and I keep looking at these flames here, it's like things that were meant to destroy you, or things that were meant to break your spirit, it's like it's fanned the flames, right? You've mastered the art of alchemy, how to turn negativity or blocks or wounds into power, into passion, into self-belief. And that's what's helping with this process. You have blessings above the Ace of Cups. So again, there's going to be a lot more blessings for you. I keep seeing, yes, the color orange, but also yellow and red, right? Which are all those lower chakras. I just feel like there's a lot of intensity, right? But it's like you're bringing this divine light and grounding it into the earth, or grounding it into something you're doing or creating, into your career, into your talents, your gifts. But I do feel like you're going to feel moving forward as though your path has been blessed, or there's more blessings around you, that you can trust what's happening around you. You can trust your path. I also feel like your connection with the divine and your divine light has also strengthened. Yeah, I kept hearing that phrase invincible, right? Where there's a sense of, and now I'm hearing the song by Sia, Titanium. There's just this sense, some of you may really feel like you've been through the fire, and it's like now you're coming out the other side to the cooling waters, right? Where the fire has transformed you. Phoenix energy. Okay, you have balance, turquoise and forget-me-not. Cracking open, deep healing, balancing karma. Yeah, I feel like you've done really deep healing. You've been through the fire is what I'm hearing, metaphorically speaking. And these could be karmic fire, right? Where some of these challenges may have felt, immense for you. And I already mentioned, like, it's like you survived what was meant to destroy you, or there were situations that for many, perhaps they would have difficulty bouncing back from, right? Emotionally, mentally, spiritually. But it's like you've taken them and you've allowed them to kind of forge into you or mold you in the most beautiful form. And it's like now you're emerging in this new energy. And I just said, it's like you're the master of the darkness now, right? It's like doing such immense shadow work and such healing. I'm getting chills as I'm saying this. And it's like you emerge and you're not afraid of anything. That's what I get. And with that enables you to fulfill your life's work and your life's mission. We have lilac spirit quartz, community, healing division, teamwork, freedom. So you could work with a community, or you could have a community of followers or people that really look up to you, or you could help people in a group setting, whether that be like group work, or this could be like a work environment. But in general, it's like you set yourself free, right? And it's like now you can help others with this process of transmutation, with this process of healing, self-discovery. Again, for some of you, I'm hearing it's been a really long journey or long path to get here. You also have truth, but look at the light streaming through that. And it's funny, it's hitting the third eye. So again, for this group, you're definitely going through an activation at the third eye or a pineal gland awakening. We have truth. Today I discover my greatest truth is within me. It is divine force that whispers from my inner self. I listen to this voice closely, putting aside my controlling mind. In this way, I find all the answers I'm looking for. I'm now in harmony with myself, and I welcome the love of God, which is the truth that will guide me towards my fullest, most shining radiance. Yeah, so you found God within. You found the highest truth, which is your divinity, right? And I feel like, I keep hearing as well, you're not only invincible, but unshakable in terms of your faith and in terms of who you are and your path. And that's the thing, people can only manipulate you or influence your path when you don't fully know yourself. For this group, I'm hearing you know all facets of self, including your shadow, and you've integrated these energies, which makes you incredibly powerful. You have discovering. Today I release my old beliefs, convictions, and preconceived notions. In their place, I seek new ideas, innovation, and endless possibilities. I am adaptable. I am able to see beyond my previous limitations and discover greater worlds inside me. Okay, so some of these blocks or negativity could have been in the form of limiting beliefs, right? And as you've transmuted these energies, now the path is clear to you. It's very evident, and there's a level of clarity that you didn't have previously because there were certain mental conditions or thoughts or beliefs that were almost serving as a block or a barrier for you moving forward, right? And it's like now you have this knowing, now you have this clarity, you can move, I just heard, full force ahead and bring in these desires, or bring in, I'm feeling for many of you, this is like your life's mission, your life's work. I just saw 1515 on the timer as well. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, Group 3. If you've ever doubted that you have a spiritual or healing purpose within this life, please don't, because I feel for this group with Master Healing here, you have Master number 33, you're here, or there's some sort of wisdom or knowledge or gift, maybe even a book that you're going to deliver to the collective that is so profound and that transforms the consciousness on this planet. So that's coming through very strong. But I feel for some of you, you may doubt that, or there may be a little bit of fear around this, or worry that it can't be. There's just something here where Spirit is saying you are such a powerful healer. You've incarnated with immense spiritual wisdom and gifts. I feel like you've incarnated literally to deliver this, right? Whether this is a book. For some of you, I do feel like it's a book because you have so much wisdom and knowledge within yourself that is perhaps the most efficient way to share that knowledge with the collective. But for some of you, you could be a spiritual teacher, or there's a level of wisdom and knowledge that you are sharing with others spiritually. I also think you're highly gifted when it comes to psychic ability, intuitive knowing, tapping in, like astral travel, tapping into the higher realms, reading the Akashic records. You're just so powerful in these areas. But again, I keep hearing you may not know, like you know it, but you doubt it, or you second guess yourself. There's some sort of fear here, right? Because Spirit is saying, trust the mission you've been sent here to fulfill, and trust that you can make that happen. So if right now, for some of you, this message may be coming through strong because there's a little bit of a crisis of faith or a little bit of self-doubt that may be coming up. And it's like your higher self is saying, no, like this is exactly what you've incarnated for. You know this to a degree on some level, and they're saying, don't give up, right? Don't lose hope. I just heard don't box yourself in, or don't allow fears to limit you and what you're capable of, because this is what you're here to do. You have immense talents and gifts. And there's something just about your energy field. Like when you write and speak, it creates an awakening in others, or you have such a potent energy. Even if you didn't try to affect anyone, or even if you didn't want to have this effect, you do, right? Like you are this magician. You're very otherworldly. It's hard to even put words or labels on your energy because it's so expansive. But at times, I don't know, with this devil, there could be this inner narrative or this mental chatter that's making you doubt your path. Or with 3 of Swords and the Devil and 9 of Wands, it could have felt like an uphill battle where you faced a lot of karmic, negativity, karmic challenges, difficulties that are making you question, well, maybe I can't do this, or maybe I'm not meant to be here, or maybe this isn't for me. There's something around, not allowing yourself to talk yourself out of what you know is for you. Some of you could be a master number 11, 22, 33, but you have attained mastery spiritually speaking, or you're here to be a master, right? In the sense of people looking up to you or receiving guidance from you. And with that Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, this is like a little seed planted, but it creates this legacy. You're here to leave a spiritual legacy. Yeah, for this group, you're definitely old souls, ancient souls. There's a very advanced energy. But sometimes you may feel like a fish out of water, or you may wonder, like, no one understands, because I'm seeing someone that has this profound wisdom, but it's like, no one gets me, right? Like when I try to communicate with people, or when I try to make friends or connect, it's like no one has any clue who I am or what I'm about. Like people may react to you in a way that's a little different. Like they know you're rare, or they know there's something about your energy that's definitely not normal. Like I'm getting this energy, like you may feel a little alien-esque, where you're so different, it can be jarring at times. But it's like, spirit and your higher self is not wanting you to doubt your mission and why you're here because of these difficulties and these challenges, right? These are helping you to grow into your confidence, into your power and your knowing. They're not there as a sign of, oh, this is the wrong path, or, oh, this isn't for you. So spirit is wanting you to almost reinterpret, you know, how you perceive some of these challenges. And I'm hearing as well, what's meant for you will be. And if there have been some closed doors as well, or even the way people react to you, you feel like at times you're not really valued, it's because they don't. Do you know when we don't understand something, especially if we're living from, you know, egoic consciousness, sometimes there's this need to condemn or make it wrong, right? Because it's different from the norm. There could have been a little bit of this, like where you felt like you were outcast or people didn't fully comprehend your value, but Spirit's saying people will, right? This is the effect and the legacy. This is the end of the story. Don't close the book because of what's happened at the beginning, right? The story hasn't finished being written, maybe literally by you, but also through you, right? God is writing this narrative through you, or the divine is writing this narrative through you. Some of you, I really feel like you're going to write a book, or it's like a book, workshops where you can. The good thing about books though is they can preserve that wisdom and knowledge for generations to come. And for some of you, that's how profound your energy and mind is. I'm thinking of like the great poet Rumi and how his books live on. That's what I'm getting, and it can create awakenings even now. There's something about your energy that's just so profound. But again, you are ahead of your time, and it may have taken a little bit of time to really grow into this frequency. And you could have dealt, again, with Three of Swords and Devil, people's negative reactions or judgments, or, you know, being ostracized. First oracle here, we have Storm. It's okay to feel it all, cleanse, collapse of the old, realignment. So Spirit is saying, allow yourself to feel some of these difficulties or the negativity around it so that you can release it. But again, I'm hearing the past isn't going to repeat itself. So you are entering a new cycle, and you are going to receive a very different reaction than what you're used to. It's like now the people that have the ears to receive, the ears or the spiritual knowing to receive what you have, what you possess, your wisdom, your knowledge, are ready for that, right? And it's like in the past, you may have been dealing with those who were just not at that level of consciousness, right? They weren't open. And it's like now the way that people are going to treat you or respond to you, it's going to be like night and day. It's glaringly different, the reaction that people have to you. But I feel like it's going to be very healing for you in regards to past experiences. And that's what you're being aligned to now. And I'm hearing, don't allow fear to talk you out of shining your light. So we have wise action, space for grace, Kuan Yin. Yeah, it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to be seen. You can trust this process. There could be, I'm getting this fear. If I put myself out there, the past is going to repeat itself, right? Or people are going to react badly or treat me badly or not understand the message. And it's almost like holding yourself back a little bit for fear of that happening. But Spirit is saying, or your higher self is letting you know, that's not going to happen this time. Because it's like now you're interacting with those that have the capacity to receive this energy and information, or those that are more so on your frequency or on your vibration. But I still feel there may be a little bit of healing around the past or how you've been treated in the past. You have trust, overcoming doubts, insecurities, patience. So again, I feel like there could be some insecurity, doubt. There's a need right now to have immense trust and faith in Spirit, in the divine, and in your journey. I feel like you've needed a lot of patience, but I'm hearing like the time, I do feel like there's an element of you being ready, or there's something that you're ready to at least start putting out or start working on. For those of you that resonate with the the book analogy. Perhaps this is something you're literally writing down, or Spirit is asking you to really start writing your wisdom, beginning to share it, or you're expanding what you're doing. And you also have Ice Queen. Look, 22, 33, the master numbers. Introspection, self-analysis, fortitude. Yeah, with patience and fortitude, I'm hearing there were karmic challenges you needed to endure that would give you the patience and fortitude to move or to get up that mountain, right? But it could have also involved learning about the human condition around the ego. For this group, I feel like you may have been born in an awakened state, or you were aware at a very, very young age. You were never fully asleep. And I'm getting, it could have been a bit disconcerting to you how humans act, right? Like I just feel for this group, you're definitely starseeds. You're very advanced souls. So there is this energy of trying to be on this earth, which could be at times a little difficult or uncomfortable for you, but also helping and grounding in this energy. With Ice Queen as well, you could have developed a defense mechanism of always being in solitude because of the reactions that people had, or feeling as though people didn't fully speak your language, right? So there's something here around letting go, still having the boundaries, but softening the defenses so that the right community can find you and find your work. And this includes also soul tribe, the people that really support you in your mission. What's funny is you literally have trust twice with the Magician. There's a part of you that as well that could be doubting this path because you've been on it for so long and it's not bearing fruit, or it hasn't bared fruit yet, right? And it's like your higher self is saying, no, this is your destiny, this is your path. It's like now there's time to bring it out into the world. I just got sucked in there. I saw a portal here, and here. I feel like you've got a portal, and there's a portal around the throat chakra, the heart chakra, and for me that's around the solar plexus. But that's what I'm getting. It's like, but there's something about your energy. It's like when you write something or when you speak, even when people are around you in your energy field, it's like they're sucked in the best of ways, but I don't know how to explain it. Like you have a really powerful or potent energetic effect on others. And this is part of your mission. Like, yes, it does involve sharing wisdom and sharing your energy, but it's like some of this is happening. It's almost like you activate people without words as well. And so that's why your legacy or your effect in this world, your influence in this world is so important, because it has this lingering effect and I just heard your light and your frequency could change the course of someone else's life. You almost could awaken people out of the deepest slumber as well. You're a really strong spiritual healer. You also had Delight here above the High Priestess. Yeah, and I feel like you're going to reach a point where you actually start to really love and embrace all aspects of humanity, right? Not humanity is in people, humanity is in the physical world, the things you do on a daily basis, like gaining more joy from being in this world, especially if you're resonating with that message of feeling on the outer, or feeling as though maybe people don't see or understand you. But it's almost like, how can people they may not see you, but they feel you. That's what Spirit's saying. Like there's no way that people around you could not feel this energy, because there's such intensity to it, or there's such power. But sometimes it could almost be a little bit of fear because of your energy field, right? But it's like now you're meeting those people that really embrace that. Yeah, and even look here. Look at the swirl here, like a portal. Inner child, innocence, self-awareness. There could be a little bit of, I mentioned here some healing from the past, but there could be a little bit of healing for childhood wounds around being misunderstood as a child, right? Or feeling on the outer, or feeling as though those around you couldn't really meet your needs, or didn't even understand what your needs were because they're on a completely different level for frequency, right? It's like being around those who maybe don't have that level, that emotional depth or range, and not understanding you. You could have been a very sensitive child, highly sensitive soul. But it's like now you can be that for yourself, I'm hearing, but you also know how to bring this light and healing to other people. and that was part of the process or part of your journey. But Spirit's saying they don't want you to have your, like, not that your heart is closed, I'm not getting that, but this is like becoming very comfortable in hermit mode, in introspection. And then when it's time to kind of bring it out into the world, it's like, I'm not sure about the reaction, I'm afraid, and then hesitating. Go with the flow. We have aquamarine and white lily. Divine Mother, Shekinah flow, detach. Yeah, I feel like life is moving you in this direction though. And Spirit is saying you're going to surprise yourself, or it's going to surprise you, the reaction to your work or the reaction from others. And it's time to just move with that. But with Divine Mother and inner child, again, I feel like you've reparented yourself, or there's this energy of really nurturing yourself and healing your self-talk, the things that you say to yourself, because you may have taken on some of the beliefs or the impressions or the way people spoke to you in childhood, right? Especially if they tried to make your differences negative, or they were telling you negative beliefs about yourself. It's like you're shedding those conditions so that you can play. It's almost like when your self-talk is affirming, that's going to enable you with really bringing this to life or putting this into the world. Look at the portal. Your energy is so potent and you're such a powerful healer and spiritual soul. I don't even know how to put it into words, right? Like, it's immense. But you may, and Spirit and your higher self may be bringing up this message so strong because there may be a part of you that's starting to doubt that. But your energy, it's like it opens up portals, or it opens and activates people's heart chakra. They come to life around you, or they have full awakenings around you. So searching within, what I see outside myself is simply a mirror of my inner self. Today I empower myself by looking past outer conditions and searching within for the source of a difficulty in my life. My inner wisdom will always help me face life's challenges. It provides my best answers and my greatest healing. As I study myself, I am transformed. See, I feel like you've been in this phase for quite some time, whether this be like a hermit mode, we have introspection here, where you've been doing the inner work, right? As within, so without. As I study myself, I'm transformed. But the transformation on an inner level is complete. And now it's time to bring either this process or this wisdom that you've garnered to the collective in a way that resonates for you. Yeah, and look at the portal again. God sustains me. As I turn each day over to God, my worries ease and my resistance softens. In the arms of God's love, I find inner peace even in challenging times. Today, my faith provides me with great strength. I welcome all that comes my way, knowing that the love of God sustains me. Again, we hear faith and trust. And it's fully believing as well. Part of the difficulty with having this faith or trust could be, I just saw 1616 on the timer, so that could also, like 77 or 777 could be significant for you as well. But it could be difficulty trusting because there's that sense of, in the past, I try to share this wisdom, or, I try to connect with others and I was shunned, or I was not, treated with kindness and respect. But Spirit is saying that was all part of the journey to get you here. And they don't want you to they want you to come out of hermit mode, right? Like, your connection with God, with Source, with your inner self, your soul is so strong, it's unshakable. But that energy is going to create a legacy of light for others. And some of you, it'll be through your writing, perhaps. Maybe you're not putting yourself out there as such, but you're putting your writing out there. There's something here around bringing that light, that wisdom, that knowledge to the collective. And also the wisdom you've attained from this inner journey. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, Group 4. I just heard the phrase, what do you need to let go of to move forward? Right? So there's an energy here, especially with this Smokey quartz, which for me represents purification, but you're drawn to paradigm shifts. So there's a sense here of you purifying your energy or letting go of certain things so that you can move forward, right? Or you can move, I just heard the phrase, into your potential. And with the Two of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles, if you've been feeling confusion in terms of your journey or your path, or not knowing, where to go, what to do next, what I'm hearing is, if there's any attachment, that is causing the confusion. Like attachment to a way of thinking, a location, person, there's something about letting go. And again, this could be attachment to thoughts, right? Our own belief system. But there's something you may need to let go of inside of self in order to move like with this sun energy, to move into the sun or to follow your path, follow your destiny. And it's like this shedding process with this Ace of Swords, and the fact you have the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. So 10, 10, closing out a big cycle, or it's like you're ready to move. You're ready for change. The number 4 could be significant as well. But I'm just getting in general, it's like you're being shown. I feel like your higher self is showing you, or is trying to show you what is weighing you down with the 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords. So things, I keep hearing as well, specifically mental narratives or thoughts you have with this sword energy. I do feel like a lot of this is in the mind, but it could also have literal implications. For example, there could be certain circumstances or people or environments that also aren't serving your highest good, and your higher self could be encouraging you to let go of those energies, or at least create boundaries, right? To create some distance. But there's a really strong energy of you, you know, embracing your own path and following what feels right for you. And Spirit is saying, when something feels really heavy for you, like it's bringing you down, weighing you down, bringing negative energy, that's a sign, right? That's your body and your soul speaking to you, telling you that something isn't aligned. So there's something here as well around really trusting your knowing and trusting your instincts. I just heard letting go of what isn't for you. I also feel like your mind is shifting, where what once, with the sun here, they're showing me this is like a golden path, and I'm getting what once felt like it was impossible for you, or you couldn't have, or you couldn't attain, you're now mentally and emotionally feeling as though you can receive it, or you can follow this path, you can have success. And it's like that change in your own thoughts or your own mental narratives are helping you to really take action. But with 2 of Pentacles and 4 of Pentacles, it's like you have to let go first to come out of limbo or to move forward. And I feel like this is going to happen quite quickly with this Knight of Swords energy. It's like dropping certain energies or letting go, and then it's like having an epiphany, right? Or having a breakthrough with this Ace of Swords that really speeds up your life's journey or trajectory. Your first oracle here, we have key to your freedom. Healed inner child, create inner safety, self-kindness. So again, how you think about yourself, the things you say to yourself in regards to your mental narrative have a huge effect on what you feel is available to you. And it's like that shift, really having a nurturing inner environment, is what's opening the door for this path, right? It's opening this portal, this new beginning, new opportunity. And I feel like that's why there's such a strong emphasis here on doing mental spring cleaning, right? Or letting go. With 4 of Pentacles, it can be letting go of the fear of letting go of something. Do you know how sometimes when we know we have to drop, whether it be like a habit or even a relationship we've outgrown, sometimes the hardest part is actually not letting go of it. It's all like the fear around, what will I do without this person or this habit or this vice or whatever I've been dependent on for so long. Sometimes it's actually that it's not the act of dropping it, it's the fear or the stories we tell ourselves about what our life will be without it. That's what I'm getting. But most of the time, you know, we're actually happier when we finally release it. So I'm getting, for some of you, it's like I feel like you're becoming more open to change, essentially, or your mental narrative is changing, where what once may have been difficult to leave behind, or certain thoughts and beliefs that were very ingrained, now it's like they're just falling away. Like they're showing me like feathers, like it's just completely dropping. And I feel like you're letting go of a lot of energies, thought patterns, people, places, things that just were, I heard the phrase dead weight. It doesn't have to be to that extreme, but that's what I'm getting. It's like they were weighing down or anchoring down your energy field, and they weren't enabling you to take and walk this path. And it's like, as you keep letting go and surrendering, now that doorway opens. You also had purity. And it's funny, we kept talking about purification here. Your pure, open spiritual eyes. I also feel like you're going to be seeing things really clearly. It's going to be very obvious to you what is for you and what isn't. I also feel like you're traveling, you need to travel light for the next phase of your journey, right? Like you can't carry this with you. They're showing me someone that's got like 5 suitcases for the next journey, and Spirit's like, no, you can only take 1 small suitcase. So it's like you're fine tuning or you're letting go, like you're going through stuff and you're like, okay, what's a necessity? What actually serves my highest good? What you need to travel light. That's what I'm getting for you to be able to take this journey. And of course, this is metaphorically speaking. I mean, energetically, you need to travel light to take this path, right? Because you need to be a vibrational match for this. And with the sun, that's one of the highest vibrations. It's one of joy, of love, of optimism. And that's the energy you're stepping into. Yeah, the other oracle you have here is exiled. Illusion of separation, disconnect, isolation, above 10 of Wands. Again, there could have been a mental narrative you had from experiences in the past, right? And they could involve, you know, either losing certain people or abandonment, or this can be like a difficult breakup or ending of a connection. But there's something here where you're changing the narrative around endings. For some of you, there could just be a difficulty with endings in general, right? Because I was saying earlier, I felt like there was a change in regards to how you process shifts in your life, where you're more, this could be the energy of becoming more open to change in general. When you start to see change as a positive, oh, good things can come in, or you're looking at the benefits of letting go rather than what you're losing, but rather what you're gaining and how you will grow and evolve from closing the door. And that's what I'm getting. So for some of you, there could be working through some fears or energies around that letting go process. Yeah, it's like you have destiny, divine purpose, passion, service. It's almost like closing this door opens the door to your destiny, right? But this door has to fully close, and you have to kind of, they're showing me someone close the door, lock it, throw the key away in order to walk this path. And look here, you have like fairies, you have dolphins, dragonfly. There's all this magic that comes from closing this door. Even in terms of with paradigm shift, this is maybe even like how your mind operates or the frequency of your mind. These are thoughts of, you know, this could be like negative thinking, right? Like, oh, you know, there's nothing for me, or I can't find things that are aligned to me, or I'm not fulfilled, versus the magic of life. There's something about it's like night and day, you're in a landscape where you're going to feel so drastically different within yourself, and it's creating huge changes and blessings in the physical world. Because Spirit is saying your life can only get as good as you allow your mind to be, right? If I want abundance and joy and fulfillment, I need to be able to nurture and nourish those conditions within the mind first. You also have power here with Ace of Swords. Now I'm hearing that song by Ariana Grande. Is it Break Free? Power. Yeah, it's like you're taking your power back. You're calling your energy back to self. With Ace of Swords, I feel like your higher self is showing you where these energy drains or leaks have been happening. Some of it's the mental condition and the thoughts and the beliefs you're thinking and the mindset, but some of it could be conditions in the physical, right? Or memories of, this can be like people, places, situations from the past that were still being carried within your energy field. And it's like the divine is helping you release that and showing you what needs to be let go of for the next phase of your journey. But with power as well, I feel like you're going to be feeling a lot more. There's just a sense of having a lot more energy or excitement. The other card you had is potential. Yeah, so it's like reclaiming your energy and your power so that you can step into your potential, your destiny, the golden path for you and your soul, what feels most aligned for you on a soul level. Yeah, and I just keep hearing there's certain things that can't come with you or would weigh you down as you try to elevate and step into this next phase. And again, with purification, I don't feel it's just in one area. Like, I feel like this is happening on a mental level. It could be happening with relationships. It could be happening literally with possessions. There's just this really strong energy of shedding or clearing. You may also let go of, do you know how when we have a connection, say we were in a relationship and that partner or person bought us, I don't know, a dress or an item, and it's like that energy is still in that. And I'm not saying like, oh, you have to get rid of any gifts you got, but there's something here around there could be material items or things, you know, some of your possessions or things in your home that, and it doesn't even have to be a gift from a person. It could be something you purchased when you were in this energy, right? But it's like being really clear in terms of what aligns with my energy now and what doesn't. And this extends to things you watch and consume, like the books you read, the films you're watching, what you're consuming in terms of food. I just see you being really conscious, and your higher self is asking you to be really conscious with what is in your space, like literally energetically, but also maybe your home, your possessions. You have crystal grid, focus, create with intent. Yeah, and like with this Knight of Swords energy, it's like you drop this energy and you have so much reserves now to focus on, you know, what really brings you joy, right? And that's the thing. It's not really a loss because you're letting go of things that have created unhappiness, and now all your energy can be focused on that which brings you joy. And it's funny because you have the Sun as your final card for the tarot, and then your final oracle here, we have abundance. Raising your vibration, light missions, Ra activation. So again, this group, you may have connections to ancient Egypt, the Ra, the sun in general, but it's like you're moving into this lighter time. It's like you're going from this to, you know, the sun, brighter days, more blessings, more joy, more abundance as well. Yeah, I just saw 1212 on the timer, so that number could be significant. But I'm getting in general, it's like I keep hearing your inner state must reflect this first before this can show up in the physical. But I feel like there's a lot of potential here in regards to destiny, career, and also finances. There's a lot of blessings in those sectors as you go through these changes. Okay, you have I discover who I am. Today I discover the riches that lie within me. I acknowledge my true self. I see myself as an unlimited being and marvel at the beauty of my life. I recognize the wealth of possibilities available to me as a being of light. As I learn who I am, I recognize the divine within me. This is what I was getting. It's I discover the riches that lie within me. What I was saying earlier around you can't experience more joy and light and abundance in the physical world without embodying it in consciousness. So for some of you, what you're letting go of as well is a lack mentality. And remember I said that path with the sun, because of your thought process or certain beliefs you had, you may not have felt it was available to you. And it's like here we have the wealth of possibilities. But for many of you, the biggest change that's coming is actually in terms of riches and wealth, material wealth. And it's like some of why spirit and your higher self may be asking you to shed certain things is to make room for what they're wanting to pour into your life so you can receive more. You have beyond. Today I lift my consciousness above all worldly illusions. I remember the power I have in every situation. I always have a choice in how I respond. Today I choose to turn my thoughts towards God. By focusing my awareness beyond the illusions of the material world, I experience simplicity and peace. Yeah, so there's a lot more balance and harmony coming in terms of how you perceive the material world as well. But you may be moving this shift, this paradigm shift could be 3D consciousness, where it's very focused. That tends to come with lack, right? Or a fear of lack, into 5D consciousness. So you're really lifting and expanding your consciousness, which is triggering or will be triggering huge changes in regards to your financial flow and just you feeling more uplifted and blessed in general. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day.